So you've got your flowers and you've laid them out in front of you, and the next thing to do is condition them. I often go into people's houses and I see that the flowers have been plunked in, and then any foliage below the waterline has completely murkied up the water, is creating bacteria, and ultimately the flowers just don't last as long. So when you hold flowers, you hold them about halfway up, and anything below that point, you do not want any foliage there whatsoever. Like with all flowers, you cut them at an angle, like so. And then when the stem is woody like that, you also split it vertically up the stem. And that just helps to draw the water up. Things like mimosa, comes all in branches coming off to one side and the other. Just take off the lower pieces, and you don't need to get rid of them. I've just kept a little vase of water by the side here, and you're going through all the flowers doing the same thing, just cleaning them up. So the scabious are fine, your job is done. This is lilac, and you want to get rid of any of the lower bits. It's nice to maybe keep the top bits. You don't want it to be too forced, too bald, and you want all the focus to be on the flowers and the scent. So with the green bells, they're quite messy, and you need to just break them up into smaller, more manageable pieces, and then you just strip the leaves, clean them up. Any broken bits like that you might as well just discard. And then with things like sweet peas, again, you just find the natural break in things, so that has to come off. The flowers at the bottom are just not quite fresh enough, so you just pick those off. Ultimately, if you have one flower that looks a bit dead amongst some that are living, it just kind of brings down the whole tone of it. The anemone's already done for you. They're quite soft stems. You just need to take a little bit off the end and keep those in water. The roses, you just want to take off any petals that have lost their way a little bit. These I've already stripped. I used the rose strippers. So these were covered in thorns and in leaves, and you just clamp down on there, not too hard, and you just go across it a couple of times. And I always leave 1 or 2 leaves at the top. With something like this Janista, it's kind of got two parts to it, and split that into 2 parts, and then you've got 2 shorter parts. With the foliage, again, you just need to split it into more manageable pieces, and then keep the stem as long as you possibly can, because you can always cut things shorter, but you can't increase them in length. And that's all of them.